Hey guys. Give me a moment as I'm setting up a few things here. I am setting up a few things here. Okay, what is going on? Live remote. Exceed live window. Live remote XE. Ugh. Let me bring back the music. Yes, how are you guys? I hope you are great. Okay, yeah, this is my streaming setup. I rarely do this because it takes a bit to set up having the camera on and the lights on. But I want to get more personal with you guys. I just okay. Let's see what we are doing today. Let's see what we are doing today. Yeah, so today we want to do some desert card. Well, I want to do this with you guys. Okay, so we want to make this scene here, and I'm still trying to make sure that everything is fine. Hope you guys are good. Okay, so yeah, I'm thinking, God, I've changed my setup so much that I'm not sure where everything is now. Okay, so let's just grab this image. Yeah, I was supposed to start the stream like 30 minutes ago, but yeah, some issues popped up, and so I'm thinking YouTube is not sending out the notifications as it should, but we should be good in the next few minutes. Alright, let's jump in as we wait for more people. Maybe let's explore what we have been doing in the previous few days. Yeah, I need to really change my setup because I'm actually using two mouse here just to keep up with things, but anyway, I don't know if I should start right away or wait for a little bit longer so that we get more people in here. The issue is because I had changed the streaming time like 3 times. I think YouTube is not going to push out the fast notifications quickly. But anyway, so we are going to make this here a desert. I think this was a request from one of my Patreons. I don't really remember the name, but yeah, let's see. And I think we're going to be using geometry nodes to set up the displacement. Because creating these kind of waves, creating these patterns here using just a displacement modifier is not really easy just with simply using modifiers. I want to make sure that you guys can see the reference. Save this one. Hey Kapil, sup? How are you doing? How are you? I'm not sure if I should be looking in the camera while I'm talking, but fancy pants. I don't think you can see my pants. I'm not actually wearing. I'm wearing pants. It's just what am I saying? No, you can't see my pants. No. Can you? No, there's no way. Okay. Let's. How are you? How are you, man? You're great. Nice. Yeah, I'm trying to do a face cam, and I had a meeting with a YouTube guy, personnel, and they recommended I should get more personal with you guys. So that's what I'm trying to do. I don't know. Okay, so this is. Let's just jump into this. So we want to create this. And we can start with, let me turn on my shortcuts, like that. Yeah, so we can start with a plane like this. Cam looks great. Thank you. I'm just going to scale this up. I'm going to use geometry nodes to displace this because if we try to go with a displacement modifier, hey, Burning Bright, how are you? How are you doing? Glad to see you. If we try to go with displacement modifier, it's not really going to work out. We're not going to have as much control as I would like to have. So let's use geometry nodes for this. I think we can start with a few let me switch this to okay, why is my mouse hanging? Anyway. Okay, let's go to geometry nodes, new setup, and hey Prajal Kumar, how are you? Okay, so we're going to subdivide this mesh in the same process that because we need the subdivisions to displace this. So I'm going to use a subdivision mesh, subdivide this maybe a few times like that. I need this to be scaled up like that. Hey, not all those. So now to displace this, we are going to use a wave texture. So let me grab this, and to add the displacement to this. Oh, you have got a huge setup. I'm trying to build on top of it, to add more stuff to it, because right now you can see I have 2 monitors, and this is just a TV, a smart TV, but I would like to have one wider monitor. Thank you, Burning Bright. I want to have a wider monitor so that I don't have to, because now I'm actually using two mouse pads, one for my laptop, and just to make sure that it's really hard to work like this. So I think I'm going to need a wider monitor so that I just use one large monitor than 3 monitors. It just makes things much easier. Yeah, like I was saying, I want to displace this. I can use a set position. I have a TV monitor. I'm so used to the big screen, I cannot move back to small. Yeah, so the issue with this, I think its refresh rate is a bit low. I don't know, maybe because I'm using an HDMI cable, but the latency is really bad, so I can't really use it for so long. I just have it there to have my reference images up there, but I can't really do much with it because it tends, the mouse is usually, there is low latency when I'm working with it. The mouse is really laggy when I'm working with it. So yeah, we can use a combine XY. Like, how big is your monitor? Because this is a 43-inch monitor. I mostly play Rocket League on it, cause. Okay, so we have subdivisions, and you can see how the wave is. It's an old 40-inch TV. Nice. So about 30 inches less than mine, but I guess it's just not that difficult. think 3 inches to be something like that. So do you like cast YouTube videos onto it, or do you just watch directly using the app? Okay, so this is the waves we have. We can add more subdivision, but this time instead of using subdivision mesh, or we can use a subdivision surface or subdivision surface. So it smoothens everything a bit like that. So I'm trying to create these wave patterns. Just watch through the browser. Oh, the browser on this one really sucks, and on this TV really sucks because it's not. So it's an Android TV, but with a Vida skin. So it's not stock Android. So you don't really get the Play Store on it, which sucks. I can't download apps except if they are Vida compatible apps. Anyway, so we have these waves. We also want to add this wavy pattern as well. So for that, I'm going to use another set position, and this time we can use a noise texture. Actually, we don't even have to add it there. We can add it directly to the X, because right now we're using the wave texture to displace the vertices in the Z direction. We need something to displace this in the X direction like that, and we're going to use this noise for that. So I can just bring the factor into the X, and you can see what we starting to see some displacement. If I increase the waves, so let me apply the scale for a bit here. I think I can add a math node here, and just multiply this, and you can see we basically get the desert wavy patterns that we're looking for. Distort the waves, yeah, with a noise texture. You're always ahead. Okay, let's get back the music. Like that. And we also, I don't want the Z displacement to be too powerful, so I'm also going to just add a multiply node here, so I can scale those waves a bit down like that, crash them a bit, and don't want this to be too much. Yeah, so the noise usually adds a 0.5 to everything, so we can subtract that before we do anything. So subtract 0.5, and we should have everything centered back. I think the distortion, there is a distortion. Oh yeah. Yes, it is there, but it wouldn't work the way you think, because we're using this only to affect the Z direction. So it doesn't matter if we use the distortion. You see, it just creates a noise pattern, not the wave we want. So if I use the distort, you see, it doesn't really create the wavy pattern we want, because it's only added to the Z. So you need a separate setup for the X to actually get the wave patterns like that. Let me see if we add in some bit of distortion. Yeah, it's not. Yeah. Okay, so now let's create. Now, since we have this, we can add more subdivisions. We can displace this with a modifier, or just to make our life simpler, just let me first go back here. I don't want to have too many subdivisions. I can subdivide this directly here, and maybe reduce the subdivision count here. And my music keeps going off because I have to. I think I need to. I need to separate these windows so that my music doesn't stop. Just have this up here. Okay. So now we can start creating instances of this. I'm just going to grab this, turn on proportional editing. We can start creating different DOMs. I think that's what they are called. Now, when we scale them up, you can see we need to scale this noise or wave down a bit. Okay, let me first scale this. Scale this down. So you see, I need to check a few things. Let me see. If I scale this, I want to see if I can get really small waves out of this. So at some point they start becoming very, very small. Oh, they go back being big waves for some reason. Let me change. Okay. Bring this. So as you can't scale these. Let me see. Can I pass some level these waves? Let me first remove all of these the session we have here, so you can see what I mean. So I'm trying to make really tiny waves, but past some point they go back to being large. So I think we need to use. Hey Unal Nidai, how are you? Glad to see you. Yeah, so as I was saying, past some point these waves start going back to being large. So what I'm going to do is try a different setup of nodes. Idea: if you wave the plane with geometry nodes, the displacement and displacement in. Yeah, I can do that, but what I want to do is just have one square that I can repeat in different areas, so I can have. Where are you? I'm at home, I guess. Yeah, I'm at home. Okay, so instead of using, we can try your way and maybe see. But like I was saying, this wave doesn't really work very well for me. So what I'm going to do is try a different setup. We're going to get the to create our own waves. So after we subdivide this, let me turn on wireframe so that you can see how much subdivisions we have, and remove this entirely. Okay, so this is what we have, and what I'm going to do is instead of using the wave, let's use the position of the vertices. We can do a separate wave so that we get the x. let me see, yeah, the x values, which are going to start from, so the center is going to be, let me get a pencil here. The center is going to be 0, and then it increases 1, 2, 3, 4 upwards, and then goes to negative values. So -1, -2. So if I feed this, if I do another combine x, use it in the offset, and I bring the x value to the z, you can see we get that. Because we are displacing vertices here by 1, 2, 3 as we go, and then displacing these in the negative direction. Do we need the negative direction? I think we can keep it there, but we want to create a wave pattern, so we can use a math node, convert math node, a math node. Hello, Fat Cat, how are you? Yeah, we can use a math node with the operation with a modulus. That should give us some wavy patterns like that, and yeah, or better yet, instead of using, I'm trying to find a way to create waves. Okay, so the modulus gives us waves, but you can see it gives us that same thing. It creates this because we have negative values. Maybe you can try removing all the negative values by using the absolute, by giving them an absolute, making them absolute, so converting them to positive values. I think, where is that? Where's the absolute value, absolute operation? Absolute, yeah. Yeah, so we have made the waves. Hey, on a Nidai, thank you, man. Thank you for the €5. I really appreciate that. Thank you. I guess having the camera works. Thank you, the camera. So yeah, like I was saying, I think we need some emotes. I was planning on creating some stickers for other. Thank you for the super chats and everything. Again, thank you for the donation. It's just popping up in the, I think my OBS is a bit delayed, but again, thank you. Yeah, I usually have a lot of stuff in my head that I get confused on what to say first and what to say next, but yeah. Let's go back to the tutorial before we lose our train of thought again. Is there a sine or cosine math? I'll try them. Yeah. There is. If you use, it's under the math operation here. So I can let me mute this. And mute this. So the cosine. Actually, that's better. That's better, and we can, instead of using modulus, because then that saves us a node, we don't have to use absolute nodes there. So thank you, Bow, for that. So we can just use a multiply, add a multiply node to change the amplitude if you want, and to add more. To add more waves, we just need another multiply node above or before this cosine, and that should give us more waves if we want them. So we have the first multiply gives us control over other waves like that. So now we can make even smaller waves. But past some point, I don't know why this is. I guess it's also having the same issue we had with the wave node. Past some point, you can't get the waves to be any smaller, which is something we were trying to fix in the. So let's try the modulus version and see if that will. Go back to this. Hello, Arashi Tehrani. Thank you. Hello as well. Thank you. So let's see if this one gives us smaller waves. So add another math node here with the operation multiply. So it seems that all of them do have that limitation. You can't scale them past a different value. I'm not sure why. I'll investigate that later. So let's just go switch back to the cosine and yeah, use that for now. So we have those waves. Again, if you're just getting here, we're trying to create. Hello, Windows 7. How are you? So if you're just getting here, we are trying to make this desert, and we're starting with these waves. So we have the Z waves, the Z displacement, and we have a noise map we created to displace this in the X direction. So let me add that displacement in the X, and you can see we get those waves. Hey Nas. Then we need to scale this, reduce something like that. Let me see, just and I guess if we want smaller waves, we can always just scale the entire mesh down. And now Burning Bright, you suggested we use a displacement for the overall displacement, for the major displacement of the dons or dooms, whatever they're called. Let me try that. I think that I anticipate an issue with that. Let's see if we use a noise texture. Clouds texture. Scale this up. You can already see we have some distortion issues that we can fix with changing this to the Z direction, so we maintain the, and I think we might want to have an empty to control the overall scale of the noise. At least it wasn't Windows 98. It's my second time in your channel. Checked if it after watching the retro TV modeling. Also nice. Thank you. And welcome to the stream. Make cartoon classroom. Yeah, that's something we can do, but maybe not today. Let's use, for the coordinates, let's use object and let's pick this empty. Now, this is the issue I was anticipating with. Actually, maybe it's not that big of a deal. So let's start setting up stuff. So, yeah, the reason I wanted to just use a single mesh and just displace stuff by hand like that is because I wanted to just create different pieces like this and have some background pieces or dune. What are these called? Dooms, sand dunes. You can see you can basically just make different versions. Let's set up some render so we can see how this is going to look in the render. Sky, denoise, sky texture, and Nishita. Let's see. Dunes. Thank you. So let me actually save this. into 2022 June desert. Okay. Still, the displacement seems to be a bit too much. So let's see what to reduce here. Maybe we can reduce the you're working on the top channel logo? Nice, nice, nice. Nice. When do you think you could have it done? Just really curious, because I really want to see how it comes out. Okay, so let's get a sand texture. Sand texture. I think I already have a sand texture. So let me go to my texture library or the asset library. Search for some sand. Excuse me. You will do a few? You're really generous, man. Thank you, thank you. Let's sand. My mouse tends to just go off for some reason. Texture, sand texture. Okay, why? I just closed the music. Give me a moment. My music just closed for some reason. Just bring this back. Let me bring back the music. Okay, so we need some sand and yeah, this setup is really starting to show stuff I shouldn't be showing. Anyway, so let's go to the sand. Grab this. Can grab this, this. I'll save this one. Also save this, because we want, this looks good but it has a logo on it. Let's see what else. Okay, let me go to that folder. I think it was called smoke. Link that is in the download smoke. Okay, we can start with this here. I'm going to if you're using geometry nodes, the only way to have the materials applied to it is you need a set material node, and select. Let me first create the material. So this is just going to be a BSDF, and can use it here. You can already see that it's being applied. So let's go back to the shader editor. Have some close-up grass or sand. Pause this for a bit. Turn on proportional editing. Yes. You can okay. Let's bring the intensity of our sun a bit down. Go to the materials and bring down the scale of this. And bring down the displacement. Why you don't use high quality textures? Because they are harder to find. Let me show you how to make like Quixel maps, Polyhaven, CC0, like something. I just usually like a faster workflow over quality, I guess. And the other thing, I can make this look high quality by just blending different textures at different resolution, and that's what I'm going to do. How do we know the size of something in reference or the space between things? You can measure using the measure tool or just estimate. I usually just go with estimating. So let me just scale this. Have this here. I'm also going to bring in this other texture. Now you start to see how I try to layer the low resolution textures so that I can get a much bigger image or high detailed image. So I'm going to pick this, import. Give me a moment. Sorry about that. Anyway, can I ask you your preferred colors for a potential logo? I usually use red and white, but I'm open to your suggestions. I haven't really done any branding. Decided on the branding I want to go for. So yeah, have the artistic. Make the decisions for me, man. Yeah, we're still working on the textures. Let's import these here, and I want to scale this. Let's work in Eevee because it's much faster here for this process. Let me get rid of this for now. Can blend these two. Now we should have. Let me use overlay. And now overlay will not work. Let's just use mix. Now we can also get another texture like that. Import that in. And this should be like that. Blend that as well. So by layering, by adding more images, blending more images together like this, we can basically create a much more deeper detailed image. That is at a same level, at the same level as a high detailed texture. And then we add a vector bump map. I can use this as the roughness as well. Do a convert math node here, and so we don't have as much reflections in the ground. Now I want to make some shapes, and like this. And if you look closely, this side, usually the side of these, some of the side doesn't really have the displacement that we are giving it. Some faces of the dawn don't get that wavy pattern. We can do it in geometry nodes by subtracting that displacement away, but that could be a bit harder to do. Anyway. Me. Okay, and now let's create this oasis. I'm going to grab just these middle ones and then add water. So let's create a water material here. I'm going to use a transmission on this. No roughness. And give this bluish look. Okay, and we can also get some textures. We can use a noise texture again, and a bump. I mean, like the size of the wall or height of the roof, we should guess, or there is a way we can measure in the image. In the image, well, so Gogo is your friend. You can just get, say you want to get the average height of a wall. You just do average height of a wall and and that gives you the average height. So let's say 8 feet, but Blender works in meters, so you convert feet to meters. So 8 feet would translate to 2.4, and that is the measurement you could use here. So 2.4 would be something like that, and that would be the height of your ceiling or the height of the wall. So that's usually how I go about it. But there are also add-ons that help you with that, with ArcViz in Blender, if that's what you're going for. But me, myself, I usually just I usually just estimate stuff because I'm not really trying to be super accurate when it comes to these things. Since I'm not really, most people don't really care that much. Okay, so we have these, wanted to add some displacement to the water. Those are our waves. Increase the wave, okay, and we have water. Hello, Raman, how are you? Glad to see you. I want to also scale this on the X so it looks more like water. So let me 0.1, no, 0.5, yeah, something like that. I can reduce the detail level. I think that makes it more like water. Yeah, something like that. This water looks a bit greenish. I think that could be a result of the reflections and but let's get some plants. I'm going to use botanical. If you want to get botanic, there's a link in the description. Let me just show you what botanical is. For anyone who doesn't know, botanical is a grass, tree and vegetational library. It comes with a lot of stuff, trees, growing plants, grass, and everything. So we're going to be using it here to instance our trees. Hey, hi from Dar es Salaam. I get you well. Thank you, Mitano Tena. How are you? Habari. That's the most I know about Swahili. How are you? How is Dar es Salaam? How is TZ? Hey, Fleet World UK. Good day, top channel. I bought your instancer, but it doesn't work as yet. What issues are you having with it? And what issues are you having with it? Thank you. Yeah, if you're having any issues, you can let me know and I can demonstrate how to use it here. It has missing nodes or something. What version of Blender are you using? Because I use it in Blender 3.1 and above. If you're using it in earlier 3, yeah, there has been a lot of changes since version 3. So yeah, you like 2 versions. Two versions are down, so you need to update. And I think some new add-ons will not work for you as well because they're using the new system. There are a lot of changes that have been done since 3, so it's based on. Why not get the latest version, 3.2? Is there any reason why you're trying to use the earlier versions? Okay, we want to use botanical. Let me add. Let's get something like this. I'll just add it here. And I'm going to use botanical in conjunction with my other add-on, the quick scatter add-on. So let me add this. That will just help me scatter stuff. I want to rotate this in the Z. Just randomize the Z rotation. And I randomize the scale a bit. Okay, now I can start scattering stuff. And I think I should also add some random XY rotation, but keep it to a maximum of about 30. Really scale down. I don't want this to be too tall, so okay. Let's see. Good. Let's get some rocks that we can scatter around. Let me remove this. I'm going to just use my asset library to search for some rocks. TZ, haha, we are fine. It's sunny. Asante sana. Yeah. It's sunny as well this side. I guess East Africa is a really sunny place. We do have a lot of variation in weather, so which is awesome. Not complaining at that at all. Let me add this stone. I like your consistency. Will definitely join your Patreon. Thank you, Munyarads Ferre Manga. Is that? I'm sorry for butchering your name, but yeah, thank you for that. Okay, so we have a rock here. I'm going to let me go to textures here. So I like to work in EV while placing objects. Just gives me a good idea. Yeah, thumbs up if you're here. It would be amazing. So we have 30 likes. Nightbot is misbehaving. There's no reason why he should be removing your text or your messages. Sorry about that. Anyway, let me unwrap these. Okay, so yeah, he can be naughty sometimes. I want to instance this rock, but it has too many polygons, not necessary at all. So let me first decimate it. See, I think we need to remove more details. Yeah, something like that. Because we want a lot of rock. And I think we can use multiple types of rocks. Again, this one also has too many polygons, so let me decimate it as well. 0.1. Not much detail has been lost. Actually, we can decimate it even further. 0.1 again. Let's get another plant from botanical. Maybe this time we can get this leaf. I don't know if they grow in a desert, but I don't think any of you are experienced deserters, if that's the word, or desert dwellers. So I don't expect anyone to complain just yet. Anyway, we want to spawn that. Maybe this bush here. What else can we can also add in this plant. Again, if you want the quick scatter add-on, it's going to be on my Patreon page and my Gumroad and my okay, for some reason my mouse keeps turning off. Where is it? Okay, here. So I have these I don't know, 1 2 3 4 objects. Let me get another one. Maybe this bush. Do we have any bushes? Grass. Yeah, we have this type of grass. Add that and grab this as well. Add that. Okay, so I want to instance all of these. So I'm going to grab this. So those are. Have I selected everything? Yeah. And I just use my quick scatter add-on. Add them to the library. I want to vary. I don't want to vary the rotation too much. So maybe at 25. The scale can be. Could vary that a little bit. Okay, now we can start scattering. Of course, you don't need to use the add-on. My add-on, you can do this manually, but the add-on just helps do this much faster. So I can randomly start scattering. Let me turn off any overlays. I just hold down Shift. I can start scattering different stuff, and I think I should be looking through my camera so that okay, let me scale this up a little bit. Every time you click, you get a random object, so that's nice. And the rotation and scale is randomized, so everything looks a bit different, which I think is super nice. Let me turn off the X and Y rotation. Just randomize the Z rotation of things. So okay, that's what we have so far, and we need grass like this, so that I can just, let's create some grass, but we are going to use a hair particle system, and we need a shrink wrap. You know the flow. I will have it on this surface like this, and we can go to the instance or particle system, create a new particle system, hair. That's too long. I remove the hair length, turn on advanced. The velocity we want Y, Z, so something like that. Turn on, what should we turn on here? We can randomize. Let's reduce the children to about 100. Sorry, the count to 100. Children, turn on simple. Increase the radius. Randomize. We just want some randomization. Bend this a bit, and I think the height is a bit too much, so we want them to be as tall as this. So let's come here, just bring that down a bit, maybe add in some randomization, just a tiny bit. Okay, that's our grass. In the render, we want we don't want to show the instance or the emitter, and we can also make sure that in the viewport it's not showing. So then we need a new material for the grass. I'm just going to set up a quick shader here. I want to use a diffuse and then a translucence. Translucent material like this, blend the two, and we can have this a bit greenish, and then this you don't want to be too fancy with this. Okay, now if we look at this in the render here, let me first move this closer to the camera, about there. We can hopefully see something. I'm just going to go back to the hair, change under the hair shape. Let me bring the diameter to 0.1. Yeah, so our grass is much visible, maybe 0.5. Maybe make it a bit browner, and maybe make it a bit taller as well, so that should be the Z. That maybe you can increase the count a bit. Okay. We're getting somewhere, and now we can just simply duplicate this around so a faster way to grow grass. Yeah, something like that. Now we need some larger dunes in the distance, the far distance, and we can't really tell how far that is without a volume object. So let's make sure we have one. Just like that. Shader, principal volume. I think I'm going to just use the emission. Yeah, you can give me some suggestions on what to do. So sometimes I just I run out of ideas. So if you can suggest some stuff, that would be amazing. Okay, I think we have to increase the clipping distance. Let me have this to 1000. I think since this is a desert, I have made a concept. Nice. Can you? Oh, palm trees. Nice. What concept? For the logo? I'm excited to see that. Let's see, palm trees. Oh, I do have. We created a palm tree yesterday, so let's use that. Nice setup. Thank you, Quaralach. Thank you. What language is that? What country? I really lose my train of thought really quickly. Where is that name from? Because it's quite a unique name. I shall add to your Discord. Nice. Thank you. Let me know when you add that. I think palm trees are better for this scene. Yeah, so like I said, we made some palm trees yesterday. So was it yesterday or a day before? Let's see. Yeah, when we were creating the anime landscape. Was it? No, it wasn't the anime landscape. It is Polish. Hard to say, no worries. Polish. Nice. How do you say hello in Polish? Yeah, it was the beach scene. And I think I should be making a backup copy of this. Yeah, so we made this here. I'm just going to copy it. Just copy the palm tree. Which is this. You can see our palm trees. I'll just need to scale them up. Siema Jacksie Polish is really hard. I wish there was a way to have you guys pronounce stuff on YouTube so that I can hear. That's like a tongue twister. Siema Jacksie Maszi. How did I do that? Let me turn on proportional editing here. Yeah, here are our palm trees. Voice clips for members would be a cool feature for YouTube to add. Yeah, that would be amazing. But I guess they have to be very careful with that. You never know what people would say, so I guess that's why they wouldn't add that. Anyway, see some palm trees. Yeah, if you want to see how we created the palm trees, you can go watch the what YouTube video was that? It was the this here, that island or beach scene is where we created this. I think I'm starting to like this. I think these dunes have to be a little bit farther than where we have them, and maybe bring yeah. These dunes look more like mountains. One thing we could try is also color water should be brownish. Okay, brownish, so that we and maybe less reflective. So let's bump up the roughness a bit. And I think instead of having a sunset, let's have the sun be above, maybe. Our trees, our palm trees still look short, so I just reduce the tree count. Have you made like a street lamp night scene before? A street lamp? No, I don't think I have. I don't think I have. Let me get these plants here. Okay. And let's see. Yeah, since we have this instancer, I'm just going to drag it here. It's already set up, so we can use it even more. I'm just going to change the target here. And instead of using palm trees this time, let's change this to stones. I think we change this object. Where are my stones? Oh, rock. Let's go to quick scatter. Yeah, I just need a rock to scatter here, so let me get this. Just add some random rocks. I can randomize everything, randomize the rotation, have many rocks, and randomize their scale quite a lot. Let's do 1000 stones. Where else do we need stones? We could also add some rocks on this plane. Just especially where in the close-up areas. Okay. What did I use in the geometry nodes for the material? Let's see. We use that. Let me call this sand. Shader. We want this to be as red. Let's see how we can achieve that. Now let's make this red. I think I'm going to add color. Let me change this to color. Make this red. Maybe let me also add a hue and saturation. And maybe let's change the rotation at 45. What else can we do to make this? I think I'm going to add a volume absorption to this as well. So volume absorption. It can make the water appear a little bit deeper. Changing world light might also help with sun color. Changing the world light to make it and I think we can also hey, are you? Sorry, I can't pronounce your name, but is that Japanese, Chinese, Korean? Thank you, Kwalach. Kwalach. Let's see. I think we need more smaller waves. So I'm going to grab this, blend it with this, and just make some smaller waves in the water, smaller ripples in the water. What else? Let's go to the quick scatter. Just scale up, add some larger objects on this side because it's a bit empty. Oh, Discord. Let me check. Where is Discord? You are posted? Burning bright. This is a nice piece. Not added yet. Oh, someone was asking. You might have missed that. Okay. Yeah, it looks really amazing. It's very good at texturing. Let's add some stuff here. Oh. I like to mix botanicals grass in the front here because it's much more detailed than what we have with the particle thing. Oh, your name is Ustet or Ustet? Nice. Nice to meet you, Ustet. Never is right at the top. I'm not sure what you mean there. Maybe that's... What do you guys think of us adding? You made that yesterday to pastime. Show off. You make awesome renders in your pastime, just like that, huh? Is that it? Showing off, but that's okay. Okay, let's go here. Let's add maybe a moon. A destroyed moon in the far distance. Because this render is just... Right now it would be... Hey, thank you. How do you pronounce your name in English, if you don't mind? Okay. We want a moon. Broken up. I'm trying to see how the best way to break up this. I guess I just need a cube. Give this a displacement. And give this a boolean. So it would be somewhat like that. What is this? Let me change this to a 20 millimeter so we get a much wider view. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, man. get some rocks on this surface as well. And I think I should get that rock, make it a bit red, more red. Let me see what rock we are using. I think it's this. Let me look at the material, just make it more red. So color, mix, change this to color reddish. Fantastic. Thank you, Jao Fonseca. Sorry if I'm butchering your name, guys, but yeah, they are easy names. I want to see if there's an easier way to make these lines really stand out. Let me see. Let me grab this. Shift D. Because right now our lines. Let me actually let me go back to geometry nodes for the setup. Make sure this is its own instance. Now, it seems very difficult for us to add more waves here. But let me see if we try a setup like this. Just add a math node, a color, mix, blend these two, and just offset. If I add another math node here, I'm trying to see if I can get these waves to be mixed. Let me do a multiply. Maybe let's have some pronounced waves. It's really hard. I see if I let me make this a different one. I'm really confused why I can't get the setup I want for these nodes. Let me first disable this. So these are our lines. If I multiply them up, basically have them looking like that. I want shorter wavelength, but for some reason I can't seem to achieve that. Let me use modulus. Okay, now this is confusing. Why? We need to have absolute numbers here. Multiply this. Now let's try using the displacement modifier and see if we can get smaller waves. Because I think there is a wave texture. Wood, yeah, that would be wood. And this needs resolution, so let's use a mount res. So creates that wave pattern. We need the displacement to be only in the Z direction. And I want this to be based on an object. So let me add an empty object here. So let's grab this global, object, local object, select the empty. I think because we have this distortion, it's creating a few issues. Okay, really not sure what's going on here. Let me first turn off. I'm not sure what's this. what is happening here. Let's create a new object. Let me first unhide everything. Yeah, getting these small details is really hard. I'm thinking of a way to fake them. Let's see. Let's try to fake them and see. Just waiting for the shaders to compile. Okay, so what if I add up what if I just use my quick decos add-on? Let me see. Quick decos, and just grab the add a library. I think in my downloads we have some sand. We have some sand texture. I don't know, maybe this or this. Yeah. If we import this, let me first pause this. So we have this sand. I want to see if I can just fake the detail. I'm going to add a shrink wrap using my quick decos. So add a shrink wrap, and I just choose this surface as the target, like that. Just bring them about there. Make some more subdivisions. So we have that. And if I use a custom color alpha, can just fake those lines in there. Let me see. Great idea. Thank you. I want to see if it will work. And to make it, I don't want for it to cast any shadows, because that will cause some issues. Let's see. And yes. Yeah, I think it could work like that. Let me tile it a bit. And let me use the color setting here, just to give it Have you got a camel? No, you know what, I think I have the Sketchfab add-on. I have a Sketchfab add-on, and I think we can get some free. Let me see, add-ons, Sketchfab. Do I need to log in? Let me just open up that in I have a Sketchfab add-on, but I think it works. I'm logged in Blender 2.1, 3.1. Let me see if I can just get it to work in 3.2. Fake it with a pic. A picture, just a picture on a plane is not going to give me correct shadows because it would be a cut out. I want to see if I can add it with Sketchfab. I need to activate it. Camel. Oh, no. We want the previous. Look at this one here. I need to first download it. I have Blender. Let me. Where is programs? No, I want 0.1. Hey NF, thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, let's use Sketchfab. So i3 an i3 CPU run Blender. Yeah, it should be able to run Blender, but you might have trouble with some stuff. I guess I have to activate it to use it. Thought I had logged in. Come on. I don't even remember my login detail. Let me see. I don't remember my logins. Let's try using an image. Or better, let's use Sketchfab, the website, because I'm already logged in here. I want something free. I don't think I'll find anything, but let's try and see. Downloadable. Oh, this one is free. Nice. Well detailed. It's by Omar. So if you want to follow the guy, check out his model, his work. That's his Sketchfab. Let's get his model and see we can use the... Ah, it's actually made in Blender. Nice. Why don't I just open other one with Blender? Nice. This comes as a zip file. Nah. Let me go with the the GIF version. I'll close this. Q. Let me import GLTF. Downloads. Where did I download this? Open folder. Extract files. Okay. So that should be in here. Camel. Look at that. Nice detailed camel. Okay, we can maybe grab two. I want this one to be drinking water. So if we go to sculpt mode, I think we can use the, I don't know how is this the pose tool? Just increase the brush. Oh, these are separate parts. So let me just use edit mode. Bend the legs a bit. Camel legs bend in a very weird way. I think I need to bring Let's see how bad we have made this. Yes, I think it can pass. And this guy walking. Oh, the camera is gone. Run out of battery. Camera pushes man of the dune. That would be fun to see. Let me get a rock material. Okay. I think instead of using this texture, I'm going to grab Jupiter texture and I just use it here. Maybe let me see which texture could work best. Let me get this. this. Yes. Just do projection from view. Let me go to the Jupyter image just so I can line this up. Let's add a belt of rocks. Or a certain ring. We can add some displacement. Give this a hair system. Run, and for the render we can use object. We can use any of the rocks. Randomize the scale. Make sure we are not seeing the instance. I think I'm just going to have this at an angle like that. Let's go back to the instance, randomize the rotation. Basically, just randomize everything. Maybe reduce the count. And nice idea. Thank you. I like this sort of vignette going on. Let me see if I can recreate it. Yeah, I'm starting to like the silhouettes of the camels there and the guy. me see, the water we could reduce the roughness, reduce this grass. I had scattered some rocks earlier. I think most of the grass is obstructing that. Let's see if we increase the particle count on these. Yes. Not sure why we have light coming from this side. I see. Where is the sun in your Earth? It's directly behind the planet. I think I need to check my contrast or exposure. Bro, what is the requirement what is requirement of perfect Blender run PC? I don't think there is a perfect PC requirement, because depending on what you're doing, Blender will always require more stuff. So you're not going to ever get a perfect PC for all scenarios. Perfect is top spec. That will be all in 6 months. Just buy what is reasonable for you. Yeah, just buy yeah, exactly what Kapil said. What is reasonable. And what is perfect for me or what is reasonable for me, is likely not going to be reasonable for you. Okay. Okay. I think I'm going to end the stream here. We'll do another stream in the evening. I think I messed up today when I started the stream. I set up a stream time, a schedule, and then changed it like 3 times. So yeah, that kind of messed up, I think, the notifications. But we'll try this in the evening, see how it goes. Thank you, Raman. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Messed up the schedule a bit. Also started the stream a bit late after all that. But yeah, thank you guys. Yeah, thank you, Kapil, for showing up, always being here. Yeah, catch you in the evening. Does that look pretty cool? Thank you. See you. Thank you, Burning Bright. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, I think that's going to be it. I'm going to give this a quick render, and I'll be posting this on Instagram. Have a good one.